Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. So while I'm driving here in my town car, I'll let you know about a new series I'll do on my channel. So we'll be talking about features or equipment in cars that existed in the old days. I mean, the old days, not like in the 40s and 50s and 60s. I mean, like in the 90s, 80s, 90s, maybe early 2000s, and that's gone. That you don't find anymore today. So I have a whole list of items that popped in my head, and I want to share them with you. So to make it a little better, so it's not too boring, we're not going to do all of them at once. So we'll do a couple short videos. Let's say we'll pick two features for one video, and I'll present them. I'll tell you a little bit about it, and you're welcome to leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and if you can remember having that feature or that thing on your vehicle in the past, or if maybe you have it still on your car, on your older vehicle, like this Lincoln Town car here. There's some things on this car that new cars don't have anymore, and we'll get right into the first one right now. So the first one is this right here. See how the top of my windshield is dark? Like a dark green. See that? So this is a feature that was pretty popular back in the 80s and 90s. And I do remember that when back in my family, my dad or my parents, let's say, ordered a car, you could have this as an option. Then later on, when I had my cars, I remember I had some that had it, and some that did not. And nowadays, you can't even find it anymore. I mean, my truck that I had, the F-150, didn't have it. The Escape we drive doesn't have it. The Ford Explorer doesn't have it. Basically, the only cars that have it that I own right now is this 07 town car and the Mercedes. That's a W140, and it's in 99, was built in 98. So they're the only ones that have it. All the other ones don't, and I wish the car manufacturers would offer this again, because it's a really good feature. I mean, if there's a little bit of sun out there, it helps you getting blinded by the sun, and does a good job. I think it looks good too. So they had them in gray, I remember, maybe brown. I can't remember if there was a brown, but this was a green, and that seems to be typical for what the cars had back there. And if I look around me here, I don't see any cars that might have one, but yeah, that kind of all boring car. Look at that one there, that's pretty bad. All boring. And maybe the semi trucks, I don't know. Anyways, do you know what that's called? I don't remember what that's called. I mean, I know what it's called in German right now, but in English I don't know what it's called. Yeah, so there we have it. That's one. Let's go over to the next one in just a second. And here we go. This time we talk about the keys. If you look at the keys here that I put down, we have this key here from the town car, which was a normal key with a little remote, you know, not including a key. That was pretty much standard back then. A lot of cars had different keys too, but that was the standard for Lincoln and Ford, at least in the 2000s still. And the valet key was gray, like a light gray key. So that was typical for a key back then. This key here is the Mercedes key. It was a flip key. Push a button and it flips out. On the other side, it has typical buttons to push. So that was big on German cars. Now it's sliding. I remember many cars over in Germany, I want to say, many German cars had these types of keys. Maybe French cars too. I'm not so familiar with the French cars. I never actually owned one myself. We had some in the family, but I didn't own one myself. So those keys here and they're basically gone nowadays. I mean, maybe a couple base models have them still, but I don't think so. Do you know any car that has a key like that? Like keyless entry? Didn't exist. Now this is the car for my Mustang. Has keyless entry. Nice slim key with the buttons on the other side. It has no remote start since it's a manual car. And this is the one for the Ford Explorer that I own, that you've seen in my videos. It's pretty big, pretty heavy, bulky key, but that's what Ford has now. See, it has all the buttons that you need there, with the remote control also. Yeah, keyless entry is a great thing to have. I love it. Put your key in a pocket, vehicle always starts. Not so in the old days. This is what you had, or maybe this, or even more basic keys, just a normal metal small key that you could easily put in your wallet. It wouldn't take any space. That's what you had. They're all gone today. So that's another thing that's changed over the years, the car keys.